I went from being completely broke to making tens of thousands of dollars online. And in this video, I want to explain to you what is, in my opinion, the smartest way to get to 10K a month in 2025 and 2026, I guess, since we're at the end of the year. So this video is not going to be an super edited video. You're not going to be a bunch of flashy animations and texts on the screen. It's not like that. It's just pure raw video, just me talking to the camera. So if you have the attention span of a goldfish and you can't focus for more than 30 seconds on anything, this is not the video for you. You can click off, you can go watch iShowSpeed, or you can watch MrBeast, or I don't know, KSI, whatever. You can watch that stuff. But if you are the type of person that can focus for more than a couple minutes, you want to learn how to make 10K a month, then I suggest that you watch this video until the end, because I'm going to give you 3 tips that I think are going to help you massively into achieving your goal of making 10K a month. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Alex. I've made a lot of money online, as I said in the beginning. Okay, I want to start by saying a little bit of my story. So during all these years, during the past 6-7 years, I've tried so many business models. Okay, I've tried everything. I've tried drop shipping, I've tried SMMA, I've tried reselling sneakers, I've tried being a music producer, which is funny. But I've tried, I don't know, copywriting. I've tried every single business model. Amazon FBA. I've tried every single business model you can possibly imagine. Okay, and I had what is known as shiny object syndrome, because I was jumping from business model to business model all the time, thinking, okay, following the trends, thinking, okay, this new business model is gonna make me rich quick. This thing is gonna help me make hundreds, gonna help me become a millionaire in just a few months. So that's why I kept switching business model all the time. And I'm pretty sure that if you're watching this video, you probably have the same syndrome, the shiny object syndrome, and you're constantly looking for that, new trend, new business model that is going to make you rich quick. And let me tell you right now, it doesn't exist. Okay. The reason why I've been able to succeed and finally make my first 10K a month is because after all those years of trying and changing business models, I've decided to finally stick to one thing. And I invested in myself, and I dropped 5K. I dropped 5K in a SMMA course, because at that time I was trying SMMA, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go all in on SMMA. Okay, I'm going to try this and I'm going to make this work. So I dropped 5K on an SMMA course, and I learned a bunch of stuff that I didn't know before. And for example, I didn't know what onboarding was, like onboarding a client, which sounds stupid, but I had no idea that that was a thing. I didn't know about anything about onboarding and doing all that stuff, what you're supposed to do when you're onboarding a client and all this stuff. And I learned that in that course. And since I dropped 5K on that course, I had to make that shit work. So I gave 100%, like 120% every single day. And a few months later, I was able to achieve 10K a month. Okay. So the reason why I've been able to achieve 10K a month is because I've invested in myself. As I just said, I didn't even know what onboarding was. And yes, I probably could have figured it out by myself with enough time and enough research, but that would have taken me a much longer time to do by myself. The first advice that I'm going to give you is to invest in yourself, invest in your knowledge. Okay. Buy a course, buy a book, buy mentorship, whatever. You need to invest in yourself and your knowledge, and you need to invest in someone that is going to help you get to your goal, someone who has already done it, who already knows all the problems that you're going to face, and that can help you whenever you need something. You need to invest in that, in the mentorship, because it's going to help you get to your goal much faster. Okay. Every guru, every mentor, every guru you see online, they all have a mentor. Okay, everyone has a mentor. I have a mentor. Every guru you see has a mentor. We all have a mentor, and we all need a mentor in our life, because that's the easiest and fastest way to get to where we want to be, by getting help from someone who has already done it and who has already achieved what we want to achieve. Okay, the most successful people invest in their knowledge all the time. I invest in my knowledge all the time. I buy books all the time. I buy programs all the time. This is what I do, because I know that's the fastest way to get to where I want to be. Why would I waste my time trying to figure out something when someone else has already figured it out and can help me get there faster. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. So my first advice is invest in yourself. If you have to invest, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4K, invest it, because that's gonna help you get to your goal much faster. And plus, when you invest your money, let's say you invest 4 or 5K in a program or a mentorship, you're gonna be much more motivated to work, because once you invest that money, you're gonna think, fuck, I've just invested 5K. Now I have to make this work. I have to make this work. And you're going to do everything in your power to make that work. That's what happened to me. Once I dropped 5K, I was like, fuck, I need to make this work. So first thing is investing in yourself. Now, shameless pitch, if you want to learn what I do, which is growth operating, and you want to get there faster, sign your first client and scale your first client and make your first 10K, 20K a month, then you can apply for my one-on-one mentorship. The link is in the description. If you don't know what growth operating is, then I have a free full 5-hour course on my YouTube channel. The link is also going to be in the description. You can go check that out. And yeah, let's move on. Now, the second piece of advice that I'm going to give you is to pick one thing and stick to it as long as you possibly can. And as I said before, I know most of you who are watching this video have shiny object syndrome. I know most of you are probably switching business model every 2 weeks. You try copywriting, and then 2 weeks later, you realize it's hard and you try something else because you think it's going to be easier. And then 2 weeks later, you try something else because there's a new trend, a new AI business model that's going to make you rich fast. You need to stop that, okay? No business model is going to make you rich fast. There's no get rich quick scheme. There's no becoming a millionaire overnight. You're not going to become rich overnight. It's not going to happen. You need to fucking stop thinking that you're going to become rich quick. Stop fucking thinking that, because it's never going to happen, okay? Never. You need to put in the work. You need to put in the work, and you need to pick one fucking thing and stick to it for a long period of time. Because the truth is, every single business model works. Dropshipping, SMMA, copywriting, Amazon FBA, reselling, whatever. Every single business model works. Every single one of them works. Every single one of them can make you rich. So the problem is not if it's going to work. The problem is that you don't stick to it for long enough to make it work. You give up after a few weeks because you realize that it's hard. You realize that you have to put in the work if you want to see the results, and you give up. I used to do the same thing, so I understand your situation. I understand why you do this, but I can promise you that the moment I decided to stick to one thing, everything changed, and in a few months I've changed my life and I started making money online. Okay, so you have to stop with this fucking syndrome of the shiny object and chasing the new trend and chasing the new business model. Every business model works. Every business model can make you rich. You just have to pick one and stick to it and learn as much as you can about that business model and stick to it for long enough to make it work. Because eventually it's going to work. But the problem is that most people quit and they never see the results. So just stick to it. It's just as simple as that. And the last piece of advice that I'm going to give you, it's going to sound cliche, but it's fucking truth. It's be disciplined. You have to show up every single day, and you have to show up like your life depends on it, because the truth is that your life depends on it. Because if you don't do what you're supposed to do every single day, if you don't show up regularly, consistently every single day and do what you're supposed to do, your life is going to suck, because you're going to have to work a 9 to 5 that you hate, probably, that you're going to hate for the rest of your fucking life. You're not going to be able to travel the world. You're not going to be able to buy the things that you want. You're not going to be able to provide to maybe your future wife or your future kids with, everything they want. So your life does depend on it. So you have to treat it like it's serious, because it is serious. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do now, you're going to get to a point where it's going to be too late and your life is going to suck forever until the day you die. So you should be scared, honestly. Like the thought of having to work 9 to 5 and having a boss, telling me what to do every single day. And I don't know, yelling at me because I'm late, yelling at me because I did something wrong. Like that thought fucking infuriated me and scared the shit out of me at the same time. And I couldn't fucking sleep. So I had to fucking work as hard as I could to avoid that situation, because I know I'm going to be unhappy for the rest of my life if I get into that road, if I get a 9 to 5 and work that 9 to 5 for the next 30, 40 years of my life. Like I know I'm going to be unhappy. So treat this business like your life depends on it, because it does. You're not going to be successful by half-assing everything. You need to go all in and you need to be disciplined. Okay? You need a calendar. You need to be busy all the time. Make a list of the things that are the most important for your business, the things that are going to help you grow your business the most, which maybe it might be outreach, doing outreach every day if you're just starting out. And do that first thing in the morning when you wake up. Don't look at your phone when you wake up. Don't look at your notification. Don't look at Instagram, TikTok. Don't look at anything. You just wake up. You don't look at anything. You just get your coffee and you get a few hours of work in as soon as you wake up. This is when your mind is fresh and you can focus 100% on whatever it is that you're doing. This is what I do. I do the most important tasks in the morning, and the rest of the day, I just do the less important tasks, like not like the tasks that yes are important but not as important as the other ones. So you have to make a list of your priorities and do the most important things first thing in the morning. Whether that's outreaching, whether that's creating content, whatever it is, you need to figure it out for yourself. And yeah, this is it. You need to show up every single day, regardless of how you feel. Nobody fucking cares if you don't feel like working, if you're depressed, if you're sad. Nobody cares about that. And if you think about what your future life is going to look like if you don't do what you're supposed to do, like working a 9 to 5, not being able to travel, not being able to provide to your family, not being able to buy what you want whenever you want, that should scare the shit out of you. And the pain of being stuck in the same position you are now should be greater than the pain of doing the work. Like the pain of being in your current situation where you're making no money, you're not traveling, you're not doing the things that you want, should be much greater than the pain of getting up, waking up in the morning and do what you're supposed to do. So no one fucking cares how you feel. You just need to do it. And if you do these three things, which is invest in yourself. So no one fucking cares how you feel. You just need to do it. And if you do these 3 things, which are investing in yourself, sticking to one thing for long enough, and being disciplined, showing up every day, doing the work regardless of how you feel, whether you're sad, you're happy, depressed, do the work every single day. If you do these 3 things, I promise you, you're going to get to 10K a month much faster. And yeah, if you want help doing that, if you want help getting to 10K, 20K a month faster, as I said, link in the description, you can apply and work with me one-on-one, and I'm going to help you. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.